What if the chief you buried with royal honors walked back into the palace 10 seasons later? Tonight, under a blood-red moon, Umwama village will witness the impossible. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will challenge everything you believe about life and death. A crimson moon clawed its way across the sky, staining the thatched roofs of Umwama a deep, haunted red. Obinna, the village hunter, felt the air tighten around his chest. The sacred drums, silent for years, rumbled by themselves. Something had returned. Before dawn, the talking drums played a rhythm no mortal hand could match. Mothers clutched infants. Elders froze mid-chant. From the mist stepped Mama Nwaka, her silver-braided crown gleaming. "The dead chief calls for his throne," she said, voice trembling. The villagers gathered in the moon-washed square, hearts pounding. From the direction of the royal tomb came the heavy tread of a man. The earth itself seemed to throb with each step. Obinna gripped his spear, but the sound halted before the crowd could see a figure. Only footprints, deep and fresh, marked the dust. At dawn, the sacred calabash of the ancestors lay in pieces before the shrine. Something no mortal dared touch. Mama Nwaka lifted the largest shard and gasped. Inside, a smear of fresh palm oil formed the sigil of a crown. When the villagers sought guidance at the sacred Aji River, the current sang a mournful chant in a voice like Chief Ezeudo's own. Children fled screaming while elders trembled, for the river never spoke except to welcome the dead. Obinna swore before the council to track the spirit, carrying a charm of kola nuts and charcoal. "Spirit or man," he vowed, "I will find the truth before the next crimson moon." That night, Obinna discovered a mask carved from ebony leaning against a tree. Its hollow eyes glowed faintly green, pulsing like a heartbeat. He felt a cold breeze and heard a whisper, "Wear it, and you will see the dead." Back in the village, the council argued until the torches burned low. Some elders believed the chief's spirit sought justice. Others feared a trick of rival clans. Mama Nwaka struck her staff. "If the dead want the throne, we must listen or be destroyed." By moonrise, the royal tomb's stone door, sealed for a decade, gaped wide. No sign of force, only the scent of burning camwood drifted out. Inside, the chief's carved staff was missing. Obinna found the missing staff planted upright at the center of the square, wrapped in fresh palm leaves. When he touched it, a surge of icy air rippled through the village and the drums began to beat themselves once more. Obinna found the missing staff planted upright at the center of the square, wrapped in fresh palm leaves. When he touched it, a surge of icy air rippled through the village and the drums began to beat themselves once more. When the staff pulsed with pale light, a deep baritone echoed across the square. Every villager recognized it. It was Chief Ezeudo's voice. "I return not for vengeance," the spirit said, "but for the throne that was stolen from me." The current regent, Nana, staggered forward, sweat dripping from his bald head. He had ruled since the chief's burial, and whispers accused him of rushing the burial rites. Now the spirit's words cut like a blade, and all eyes turned to him. Obinna entered the grove where no one dared tread since Ezeudo's death. The air smelled of camwood and death, and strange fireflies hovered in patterns like crowns. At the center lay footprints too large for any man. Ezeudo's first wife, Lady Adiku, confessed in whispers to Mama Nwaka. She admitted that the chief was not properly buried. His body had vanished before dawn that fateful day. The coffin had been filled with carved logs. That night, children across the village woke screaming, describing the same dream. The throne engulfed in blue flames, with a shadowy figure seated upon it. The elders knew this was no coincidence but a message from beyond. The high priest demanded a ritual test. Each elder must cut their palm and drip blood upon the staff. When Regent Nana's blood touched it, the staff hissed and burst into cold green fire. From the forest path, a tall shadow emerged. His skin was pale as clay, his eyes glowing faint blue, and his gait heavy as thunder. It was Chief Ezeudo himself, or what remained of him. The phantom chief walked straight into the palace hut. As he sat upon the carved throne, blue flames leapt up but did not consume the wood. "The throne remembers its owner," the spirit declared, voice booming like thunder. The spirit revealed the truth. Nana had poisoned him and sealed the tomb too quickly to hide the crime. Now the land would wither until justice was done. Before the villagers could seize him, Nana fled into the night forest, clutching an iron charm. His breath came ragged, but determination burned in his eyes. "Dead or alive, I will keep the throne," he swore to the trees. Obinna followed the regent's trail into the night, guided by the staff's faint green glow. Every rustle of leaves seemed to whisper Nana's name, and the hunter felt unseen eyes tracking his every step. Nana reached an ancient grove where iron charms hung from every branch. The air vibrated with a metallic hum that stung the ears. "This place bends spirits," he muttered, clutching his own charm tighter. Obinna stepped into the grove and the air cracked like a storm. Green fire from the staff clashed with red sparks from Nana's charm, shaking the forest floor. Both men staggered as spectral silhouettes of ancestors swirled around them. A booming chorus of voices filled the grove. "Justice for the blood of kings!" The charms melted into liquid iron that pooled at Nana's feet, trapping him like quicksand. Bound by living roots and searing iron, Nana confessed his treachery. "I feared the chief's power. I sought the throne for myself. But the spirits never sleep." Chief Ezeudo's apparition materialized, taller and brighter than before. He touched the staff to Nana's brow, and a blinding flash revealed the regent's soul as a writhing shadow. The villagers formed a circle around the grove, chanting ancient oaths. Mama Nwaka pronounced the verdict. Nana's spirit would wander until he atoned in the realm between life and death. At dawn, Chief Ezeudo's form softened like smoke. "My duty is complete," he said, voice gentle now. "Guide the people with truth." Then he dissolved into a column of morning light. Obinna placed the staff in the center of the square. The villagers pledged a new covenant. Never again would fear or greed break the chain of honor between the living and the dead. With the people's blessing, Obinna became the new guardian of the throne. Not king, but protector of the covenant. As the crimson moon faded, the village drums beat in steady harmony, signaling peace at last. Weeks passed, and the crimson moon no longer rose. Villagers spoke in hushed relief, yet Obinna sensed a quiet presence lingering at the edges of the forest, like a breath never fully released. One evening the sacred drums sounded again, but this time the rhythm was gentle, almost like a blessing. Mama Nwaka smiled. "The ancestors approve," she whispered. But they listened still. A cloaked traveler arrived at dusk, carrying a staff etched with symbols from lands beyond the great river. He claimed visions of the crimson moon had guided him to Umwama. In the elder's hut, the traveler unraveled a goatskin scroll, revealing a prophecy of a guardian of the two worlds. Every sign pointed to Obinna. Guided by the prophecy, Obinna journeyed to the forgotten spirit well, a cavern where water shimmered like liquid moonlight. There, he heard Ezeudo's calm voice. "Guard the bridge between life and death." Inside the well's echoing chamber, shadowy figures of past kings surrounded Obinna, testing his courage. He stood firm as each specter lunged, proving his heart unshaken by fear or power. The spirits bowed and merged into a single beam of silver light, sinking into Obinna's chest. A warmth spread through him, sealing the covenant of guardian forever. Back in Umwama, crops once withered now burst with life. Rivers ran clear, and children danced beneath rainbows of morning mist. The villagers knew the spirits had blessed their land. The council declared a yearly festival of the two worlds, honoring the living and the dead together. Obinna, now a legend in his own lifetime, led the first procession with quiet humility. Years later, elders told children that on calm nights a faint green glow still circled the throne room. They believed it was Obinna's silent promise to guard the bridge between worlds, forever. The dead chief kept his promise, and a hunter became guardian of two worlds. Do you believe the spirits still walk among us? Share your thoughts below, and if you crave more African mysteries of love, power, and the supernatural, Hit subscribe so you never miss the next tale.